Properly fitted equipment plays a major role in preventing injuries in women's lacrosse players. These athletes are prone to sprains, strains, contusions, concussions, and fractures.
Okay, so to start off with the women's lacrosse goalie equipment, we're going to talk about the helmet. We're going to talk about the chin strap, and you want the chin strap to be tight but comfortable on the athlete. And to adjust that, there's the straps inside you want to buckle to the helmet, and they are adjustable by sliding this up and down. There's also a adjustment on the back to adjust for the size of the athlete's head and to protect from any balls or other athletes running at the goalie. And then if you want to make sure that the cage is tight and comfortable on the athlete and that you can see visibly from all directions out of it. Obviously, this is not be a good fit for the athlete. Helmets help protect the athlete from any direct trauma towards the head, face, and neck that may cause contusion, concussion, or fractures. The helmet must be manufactured for the use of lacrosse players and must be approved by the NOCSAE, or the National Operating Committee on the Standards for Athletic Equipment.
Next we're going to talk about the neck guard. The neck guard is supposed to go from the bottom of the helmet to the top of the chest, and it is used to prevent balls to the neck and other trauma. Next we're going to discuss the chest protector. The chest protector should go from the bottom of the helmet to about the navel. And in the back it should be a snug fit but not too tight, and if it needs to be adjusted, there are straps to adjust it. The chest protector is used to prevent trauma to the chest and the ribs.
Optional goalie equipment includes hip and thigh pads and shin guards. These protect against trauma to the legs. Hip and thigh pads are non-adjustable. They protect against contusion to the upper legs. Shin guards should cover from the top of the ankle to the bottom of the knee and should cover along the entire tibia. These prevent contusions and fractures to the lower leg.
Next are the goalie gloves. They should be snugly fit all the way down the hand and should finish about 2 to 3 inches above the wrist. They can be adjusted depending on the size of the wrist with just straps to make them snugger or looser, and then they can be tied down so they don't come undone. And the gloves are to protect the goalie's hands from any shots with the ball or any other traumas. So next is the goalie stick. It should be about 35.5 to 52 inches, and when it's stood on the ground, it should come up to the goalie's chest. So this one would be a bit short for her. And at the other end of the stick, there's a rubber butt to protect her and other players from the metal edges.
Now we're moving on to field players. So field player stick should be anywhere from 32.5 inches to 43 inches. It should also have a triangular shaped head that has a diameter of 7 to 9 inches. And it also is only allowed 2 central shooting strings in the center of the woven part. And also, similar to the goalie stick, it has a butt on the end to prevent injuries from the middle.
When it comes to the legality of the stick, while the ball is in the net, the ball must be above the side of the stick throughout the length of the net.
Next, we are moving on to the goggles. The goggles need to be ASTM certified, which they should say on the inside of the goggle. They need to be able to withstand 60-mile-an-hour force to the face. And if you also notice, they are adjustable straps to make them tighter to the head. These goggles prevent from trauma to the eyes and face.
Field lacrosse players are required to wear goggles. They have to fit the face snugly and be able to withstand a 60-mile-per-hour force. They can also be adjusted on the back with the adjusting strap. They have to meet the ASTM, or American Society of Testing Materials, guidelines. Goggles are worn to protect the athlete's eyes or face from trauma.
Turf shoes or cleats are required for women's lacrosse. Cleats cannot have spikes but can have molded studs. Footwear should be made of rubber, plastic, and/or leather.
Mouth guards are required for the goalie and for field lacrosse players. The mouth guard is worn to protect the teeth from fractures or avulsions, as well as absorb the shock in case of trauma to the head. The mouth guard should not be too tight or loose and preferably molded. The mouth guard should also cover the top of the teeth.
No equipment, including protective devices, may be used unless it complies with the rules and manufacturer's specification and is deemed not dangerous to other players by the officials. For example, hard and unyielding items such as guards, cast, braces, splints on the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, or shoulder are prohibited unless padded with a closed-cell, slow recovery foam padded no less than half an inch thick. Knee and ankle braces that are unaltered from the manufacturer's original design or production do not require any additional padding.